What is up, guys? Welcome to episode 2 on the Z build. So in this episode we're going to start stripping more of the engine bay apart. Got a little bit done just off camera as I just got to the unit then. So main premises on today is to get everything out of there, all this completely off, and then we're going to start looking to try and take that metal out, and then from there we can then move forward in the car. But there's plenty to go out here, so I'm going to jump the camera onto the tripod now and just get a few bolts unbolted and see what's salvageable and what's not. So rather than mess about with trying to find areas to actually work on this thing, I thought, well, why not just put it back on the engine bay? But obviously I'm stripping, so like I say, take all these parts off. This here is actually a adapter plate for the splitter, pretty sure, because it's even got 370Z things up the road on it. So yeah, I think it's universal for Z's, that splitter. That will be staying, the front bumper will be staying, because as I said, it's a fiberglass front bumper, so it saves me money. But yeah, idea now, strip this back to just bare plastic and then put that to one side for a tidy up. If you're in need of getting things off and you can't undo bolts, like on here, this comes out.
On this one.
Well, that's brilliant. With the two water bottles, they're both not coming off from trying to unbolt them. So, back out with the grinder and safety glasses are on. That's no normal damage, and that's not from the angle grinder. That's from the angle grinder, but that, yeah. That is all, everything off that doesn't need to be there now. There is a plate that just at the back of here, but there's all those 3 rivets and I can't be bothered with that for a piece of metal that's only that big. So, tank off that side, tank off that side. I've had to cut a little bit of plastic here that I went through, but yeah, it's in okay shape. If I could get another one, I probably would at some point. But yeah, for now, that's staying like that. So that's going to go over to one side with the stuff that we're keeping, and then we'll strip out for the engine bay. I'm going to start with trying to get the anti-roll bar off, so then I can move a bit further back in the bay to then get into these areas here. Time for the anti-roll bar to come off. Got the other gun. Got to try and get these bolts nice and undone, but here's hoping. Hopefully they actually come off first time. In typical fashion, try the 17, wrong. Try the 18, wrong. So 19. Should have brought all 3. In doing the anti-roll bar removal, got these two front bolts off, and there's one just in here. That means I've got to remove this arm here, so I can obviously turn the anti-roll bar all the way around. And there's one more at the back, so there's a few more up there. So yeah, drop all that and then move on to, so drop all that and then move on to the other side of the car, drop all that, get the subframe down, get the anti-roll bar down while I'm here as well. Well, anti-roll bar down and then the subframe down as well, might as well while I'm here. In the engine bay now, right, there should be something here too, as is. Get all these little bolts, little clips, everything like that, just get rid of them. Because the idea is obviously stand that back, cut what we don't need out, and then obviously spray it, clean it all up. So it's just a case of just undoing every little bolt, clip, everything, and just get rid. And see what we do need or need for sizing to replace. Oh, that is a pretty nice line out now. Just on the bottom from the servo. I'm going to chase them around. I've got to cut one on the inside wall on that side, cut one on this side, so then I pull them through nice and easy. I'm trying to find them and see which ones go backwards and just leave them while we get the rest of the engine made up. But you join me a couple of days later now. Obviously, it's back to being sunny. So, yeah, a couple of days later, we've got Driftmaster's Riga just on in there, so that gives you an idea of obviously when we're doing this build. Well, starting this build. But yeah, so everything up to the turrets now is cleared. Obviously these odd little brackets and stuff like that, but they're all spot welded, so they'll be coming off. Plan is rip out everything that's in here. Obviously get everything completely out, get rid of the loom, and then get rid on that side, and then we can start looking and get that metal away. But yeah, just got Driftmasters on in the corner on my phone there, and then I'm going to set this camera up to one side, and then at one point might do an Instagram live. So I'm not too sure whether on this, I don't know whether they are just for a strut race or are for sports underneath. I'll check that in a minute.
If you lose momentum down to the run into initiation and you give the lead car the advantage to drive away, it's very hard to get.
But yeah, that's everything now clear up to the turrets. All the little small bolts and stuff, I didn't really put the vlog camera on for that because obviously it's boring to watch. But yeah, so the idea is now to start unbolting both turrets and subframe, steering rack, get all that dropped and out of the way, then move further back, so it's just taking it in stages now. All these little brackets and stuff like that, I'm actually going to grind away to the spot welds just to get rid of them. I'm not going to be using them, so get rid of them. And then we can start prepping this to see what it's like for paint. Come back up to this bit now, because I'm kind of losing patience down there, just trying different things. Just have to wait a little while. So in my ADHD kind of way, it's kind of right. Can't do that bit, so I had to focus on another bit for a minute. So yeah, get all this out of here, and then once this is out, get the other side of the strut done, and then from there it's remove this metal. Now I've just tried phoning Ian, because Ian's not here today, to ask him where his spot weld removal tool is. Now, not answering, so may have to go and borrow someone else's. But yeah, so far it's all this out of here, and then this off. Well, sorry. So it's all this out of here, get the other side cleared, and then get this off. Then start on the subframe and underneath, because I've got a feeling I'm going to have to take the steering rack off before I can actually take the subframe off to then drop everything out, because obviously all the struts and turrets, suspension, everything is all coming off, as you can guess. So yeah, so as you can tell, a lot more clearer now. Everything's out of here that needs to be out of there. Obviously cut the loom there and there just to get rid of it out of the way. This thing, not too sure how to get that off just yet. I'm going to have a look. Same as this one back here. I've got a feeling I've got to be the other side of the bulkhead. And all the interior is still in place. So, I'm going to leave that as it is for now. And then obviously move it, because these I do want to keep. Because obviously I can reuse them going forward. If they can be either reconditioned or if they're in good condition as well. Get them checked over. So, obviously, Driftmaster stream's back on, and just move the rubbish. This stuff been keeping me going. So, get that out of the way. But yeah, idea is to get this side out now. So that is battery, fuse boxes and everything like that. Just going to get them out of the way. Not really going to try, well, I'm going to try my best not to cut anything on this side. Just so obviously if I have to use it, I can use it. But the idea is get this side out clear now, and then can get back on to getting subframing that off. A little bit of progress now. Taking suspension off, that is going in bin, that is old and crusty. And then I'm going to start taking all the arms off and stuff. There is a few split pins that aren't going to come out because they're that crusty and old. They're just not going to move, so I'm going to get the angle grinder on them. But yeah, starting to make progress on this. Looking at the battery, the tray that's underneath it is full of water, so I need to try and work out how I'm going to get that out, because the bolts are that rusted, they've just rounded, so that might be getting chopped out. A little bit of progress now. So taking off the top wishbone to get the rest off, the underneath to get one of the control arms off. I'm going to have to just cut the bolt off. I had to cut the subframe bolt out because it was just being a nightmare. I'm finding a lot with this at the moment. Bolts are just tending to spin no matter what I do, or if I'm obviously locking them on one side, just don't want to come out. So yeah, we're going to be nut and bolt replacing a lot on this car anyway, so why not just save time. So that's a little bit of learning as you go. There's a little bracket here that was going to essentially get rid of the spot weld on and cut back. However, it holds that little bit, which is one of the bolts that goes through the wishbone. So yeah, see what the idea is here. Don't know if anyone might be able to tell me in the comments or not. I'm looking at the possibility of going S chassis front end on this. Has anyone got any links or any know-how about swapping the front of this from double wishbone to S chassis? If you do, please contact me, because yeah, I'd rather go S body. So, gonna call it a day now. I've got the car near enough to where I want it. I have been fighting with a lot of the bolts, especially around this area. It's just took me a lot of time to get them done, but like I say, battery's out now. Gonna have a look at the fuse boxes. I've got to have a look at this area here, because obviously a lot of water there, and then bolts have just been rounded off, so gotta check that. Coming around this side, obviously all the arms and everything are still attached on this side. I've been fighting that side, not got around to this side yet. In this side, looms out, been cut. Still need to work out how to get this off. I've got a feeling that is off once the interior is out, I'll be able to access the bolts on the back. But yeah, I'm going to call it a day and an episode on this one, simply because it's 9:30 on a Saturday night, and where we are, we kind of just don't want to disturb more people. So, don't really want to have power tools and me banging and whatnot going off at 9:30 at night. Thanks for watching, guys. I know this isn't like, oh, in the second episode I dropped the V8 in the car. This is not going to be one of those quick builds. It's going to be a little bit of a while, but you know, I'm learning as I'm going and I'm trying as I'm going. The idea is to get media work to help fund this project and get this car on track. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.